where the tall pines grow. There's a wild man with skills you ought to know. Hammer in hand and a grin ear to ear. He's the Canadian builder we all share. He saws, he drills, he welds, he grinds, fixing the world one job at a time. But it's not just work, he'll teach you too, sharing the craft with the whole darn crew. It's sessional, oh don't you see? A little bit crazy, but that's the key. From wood to steel, he'll show you how. Community strong, we're building now. He'll crack a joke, then drop some gold. Tips and tricks from the young to the old. Grab your tools and join the plan. Learn, laugh, and build with the crazy man. Sessional. Yeah, that's right. Sessional. Work all night. From Canada's heart, the sparks will fly. Sessional. Come give it a try. Come give it a try. Come give it a try.
And hello, my friends. Welcome to Sayers Channel. Today, not really showing anything, and just hanging out, chit-chatting and that. We're going to invite some guests and have some people on and just hang out and chat with each other and just have a good old community chit-chat. That's what this stream's about. Just hanging out and talking about stuff, talking about new tools, talking about work, just talking about life and what we do for a living. And every now and then, maybe a tip or a trick will pop in. But that's what this stream's going to be all about for you guys. So I'm going to put out the invite and see who all pops in and who all joins. And can I get a mic test and an audio test? How's the audio and mic? I'll be sending the link out in a second here. Don't worry there, Jimmy. But first, I need an audio test. Shannon, audio test. Can you give me an audio test? Can you hear me? Is my mic coming in clear? Is my camera good? Is the stream good? How's everything looking? Oh, this is the link. You can try whichever one you want. Good audio. Hey, Dave, how you doing? But yeah, the link has been posted in the Discord, so Discord members can hop in and join. Good. As long as you can all hear me and the mic is coming in good. That's all that matters. The link has been posted in the Discord. So Discord members.
All righty.
And we've got Jimmy.
What is up, man?
Oh. And how are you doing today, Jimmy?
Doing good. I'm turning everything down on the TV now, though.
That's good.
I got the biggest chip ever.
You got the biggest chip ever. The baby's eating Cheetos.
Cheetos. Nom, 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 nom. Can I have some? Can I have one? Nom, 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 nom.
If only she could hear you. Oh, man. Let me take this off the phone. Don't need that on the phone. Save a little bit of battery. So what's the plan for tonight? I feel like I missed that.
Just talking about stuff. I'm all excited because Bosch is getting ready to put out a big release on all 60 of their new tools that they have lined up for this year, and they've added 3 new lines. So
Well, that's
looking
good.
forward to that. And apparently Metabo HPT Haikaki has some new releases coming out. They're going to be doing a big press release sometime next month. Apparently they've got like 160 tools that they're planning on releasing.
Yeah.
That's
So
gonna be
I
cool.
am getting in my headphones. I'm getting a little bit of like, how do you call it? Like echo, I guess you would call it.
Let's see.
But I don't know if that's on you or me. I don't think
You've
it's
got
on
noise. You know, we've all got noise cancellation on. Do you got YouTube audio playing at the same time?
me. Maybe. Let me.
Try muting YouTube. That might help. How about everyone else in chat? Is there any echo in the chat? Shannon, is there an echo in the chat?
No, from the TV, everything sounded fine, but I don't know if it's because I joined that is when it started or not. But before I joined, whenever I was watching it on the tube, everything was cool.
I got to find.
Don't throw the trash away.
I was going to make sure that I got the right microphone on. Ah, there. Let's change.
Moving out the way. I got my drill back.
Got your drill back?
Yeah, man, another day with the drill. Coming tomorrow. Finally. See, Shannon's saying there's no echo at all, but now it actually does sound a little better.
Well, I just changed my microphone. I forgot I had my microphone on my camera on. I've got 2 microphones. The microphone in my laptop is a studio microphone. And
that's probably what it is.
And the microphone in my camera is a low quality. But this is the funny thing. My laptop's camera is a piece of crap. The speaker's premium, but the camera's crap. So I had to get an external camera. But there we go. That should fix all the sounds. So saw your little spice rack there. Not too shabby. Not too shabby for a quick, easy project.
Yeah, it really didn't take that long. I know my video itself was 1 hour and 20, but that was just a lot of explanations, random chit chats, and mishaps or mistakes really along the way that I decided to fix along the way. But in Discord, I did say, and I do feel this way, and whenever I do decide to redo it, but I don't know when that'll be. My next project I got 2 projects for sure coming up. I'm going to be building an appliance station, like literally just where you would put like your microwave and your air fryer, shit like that. Yeah. It's going to probably have, she showed me one that she wants with 2 sections, but I'm thinking if I can build it to where the top of it is a 3rd shelf. I mean, that would be ideal. I don't know. I'm probably not going to have this one screwed to the wall or nothing. We're probably just going to have it. Huh?
Do you own a cheap set of wood files and a half decent set of chisels yet?
No, that's what I was telling Souls earlier today. I don't know if you looked at his chisel video yet. He's got a short out about the chisels. Yeah. And I put on there, I know you don't really read a lot of comments. You probably just watch the videos because you make content too. But I put on there that I told him I'm going to be picking up a good set. And I'm sticking by it. I'm not getting DeWalt just because of Josh's video. The one where he showed the saw that you would cut your plugs and shit with. I'm not buying that. That thing was complete ass. And I don't recommend anyone buys that. I also recommend people go check out Tool Squatch. Like I know I will keep calling him Josh. I need to quit that. He changed his name for a reason. He is Tool Squatch, and I recommend everybody check him out. And if possible, if you want to search exactly what I'm talking about, just quick, easy Tool Squatch pull saw, like literally a pull saw. and it should pop up a video of a DeWalt one, but I'm done rambling.
You want to know something? If you have anyone down there that's selling that Jorgensen stuff, the Jorgensen the Jorgensen little flush cuts pull saw is really good. Actually, all the Jorgensens, I bought one. I'm gonna have a video on it tomorrow. I bought
I want to see at least one review, and I trust you.
I'm actually really impressed with it for the price. For the price of the Jorgensen, because it's like only $34 for their
That's what I'm seeing it. That's why I'm like curious.
I'm actually really impressed for that price. It's pretty good. I've ordered the little flush cut saw. They were out of stock They got blades for it, but they have no handles for it. But I ordered that, so when that comes in, I'll do a review on that one. But actually, I'm so far I'm pretty impressed with the Jorgensen. And Josh seems to like that chisel set that I bought him. But for a chisel set,
that's what I wanted to bring up.
If you can get that Irwin set that Jamie shared, that one set that Jamie shared for $11, get it. Those marbles are friggin' beautiful chisels. Like I've got a set of the Irwin British made marbles. The new marbles are made in Vietnam, but they're still hardened carbon steel. But for $11, they're perfect. They're good for woodworking. They're good for construction. They're a well-rounded chisel. But for $11, that's
I see Irwin every like if they're in another contractor's bag, or if they're the ones that the company buys for my supervisor to lose a day later, it's always the Irwin. And I every time I've picked one of them up just to try it out, I've always set it down, because in comparison to the demolition screwdriver that I showed y'all, I didn't post that bullshit on YouTube. I just shared that with y'all. But that demolition screwdriver, when I used it, I understood what the chisel was for, and I understand the different sizes, and kind of like I was playing with that to kind of understand the angle of it, basically, just kind of how to use it. Obviously, I had a general idea, but I think for the sake of purpose, I feel like the more blunt they are, for my situation, what I'm going to use them for on a daily basis would be better. But you're saying I need a chisel, just like Souls was saying, for the damn.
Well, I'm making, like, tomorrow with the videos that I'm making, I'm going to be making a video on how to sharpen any chisel, because a professional chisels have what's called a double bevel on the tip, and I'm going to teach everyone how to put that double bevel and how to sharpen any chisel to a razor sharp, beautiful edge, really easy, really fast. But I'm also going to go over how to use the chisel, like how to use it, because a woodworker's chisel, for what I'm going to start teaching, like for mortising and stuff like that, it's going to come in handy, because the little things that I'm going to teach you guys are going to allow you to make some pretty cool furniture.
This is my chisel for right now.
Yeah, well, that's not a chisel. That's a screwdriver and a pry bar.
But no, sure is a screwdriver.
If you want to start making some really neat furniture and stuff like that, and you want to work and you want to follow along with me over the next couple months, having a decent little set of chisels, because I'm going to teach you guys how to make some, like, I'm starting with basic tools, hand tools, a circular saw and a jigsaw, no fancy expensive tools, no big stuff. I'm going to show you how you can make really nice furniture, really nice projects with simple tools that you can equip yourself for under $100, and make some wonderful stuff. But like joinery, I'm gonna those chisels are gonna come in handy for joinery, especially for joinery, because not everyone has a router, not everyone has a dado stack, not everyone has, and chisels are the tool that you use for joinery. Like if you're going to do dovetails, you need to have a good pull saw, you need to have a coping saw, and you need a chisel. Those three tools, you can do dovetails just like the way that I do dovetails. I can have dovetails done before the guy even has his jig set up for his rotor.
You froze up there for a second.
But yeah.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, okay. You're good now. I was listening to you. I just didn't want you to keep going, and you See, now you're back frozen again. I don't know. Am I frozen?
No, no one's frozen. I just got to check to see what's going on with the live stream.
Yeah, that might be my camera or my Wi-Fi or something. Then messing up.
Well, everything seems to be clear. Yeah, you freeze up a little bit. We're freezing up a little bit, not much. We're gonna test the internet speed, see where we're at.
With this crazy storm, man, we're fine right now, but I know a lot of people are kind of got screwed over. I know you said you didn't really get hit by it.
No.
But man, I feel for Steven and who else? Kansas. I know they was having fun the other day, but man, you can't have fun in that stuff all the time. It's got to get cold after a while. But most people are in Souls Live right now, so I don't know if anybody's even here that we typically
come over eventually. They'll come over eventually.
So what all did you do today? What did you accomplish today?
I painted a friggin' bedroom white.
Did you kilt it first?
I got that horrible vinyl click crap put down on the floor. I hate working with that stuff, but the customer doesn't have much money. And they wanted to they wanted to make they got two daughters that share a bedroom, and they wanted to kind of spruce it up a little bit for them. So they had this really ugly gray color on the wall. It was really sad, and the kids couldn't decide on a color. So I just chose white because there's a big window in the front, so the white walls will just make the whole room bright and more cheerful. And well, they couldn't afford any, so got them a decent vinyl flooring to put down and stuff like that. But just finished it all painted.
Traffic Master.
So, yeah, pretty much something. It's similar to Traffic Master.
Yeah, but, that's what I would go with if I was trying to give them something decent. But I don't. That's the main brand that we use around here, and I know it lasts for. So far, there's been 3 people in the one apartment that I can think of that has been in the longest, and that'd be about not a year, but going on a year in the next couple of months. So anywhere from, we'll say 9 to 12 months. And there's nothing wrong in there. They're going on the 3rd move-in now. I know that kind of depends on the people and the amount of kids and everything, the amount of dogs and stuff like that. Because I know that stuff scratches pretty easy.
I'm just sending Josh a message.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do. He never really answered, I don't think. If he comes on, he comes on, but we'll see. I told Steven to get on too.
That's pretty much all I did. Like, as you can see, I have the paint on me still.
Oh, dude, yeah. I know I painted a little bit today, but I might have washed it off already. I don't know.
No, see, the nice thing is I'm going to post a video of the little sprayer that I have. It's not that expensive. It's not really that expensive, but it's handy. But what I do when I go in is I'll tape off whatever I need to tape off, paper it off, and then I'll just take my paint sprayer, my paint sprayer, and I'll spray the corners, spray all the edges, spray the roof down, and then then I'll just roll the rest of the room. So that way I don't have to cut any edges and that, and I get all the trim and all that in one go. But that's the thing is spraying the walls. Even when you spray it, you still got to roll it because the texture's not really even with the sprayer. That's the only thing.
That nap gives it to finish. But that nap gives it to finish. Yep. What kind of nap do you use?
I actually use a brand called Johnson.
Never heard of them. But what do you know, like what type though? Like would it be like if I remember correctly, this is like a goat skin, I believe. But this is old. This is one of just my old ones that's laying around.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I use. Is I use a lambskin. I use a lambskin.
Lambskin, that's what it is. Yeah, not goat skin.
I don't care for these fluffy ones. These fluffy ones, because you got to brush them before you use them. You got to take a comb or a brush and brush them.
Blue tape, the same tape you do, and just go around it and then cut it and then just peel it off.
But even at that, there's still a chance that you're gonna. I just hate them because they just have fluff. That or actually those blue foam foam rollers. I have found those ones actually work really nice. There's a new blue foam ones that they're selling at Home Depot, and they actually work really nice, really clean, easy to clean too. Yes, Shannon, I do still have all data. No, I may not be doing mechanic stuff, but I still spend the money on all that crap. All data is a software that costs like $3,000 a year, but it gives you all the repair information for everything, for every single vehicle ever made. So,
that is insane, bro.
Yep. But that's the thing is I have the diagrams, repair information, parts diagrams for every vehicle ever made.
A 2026 Chevy Trax?
Everything. Everything. Oh, it's made for automotive shops. It's made for automotive shops. So that way the techs, they can get the right schematics and that and also know how to do the tests properly, where to put the wires. It's a very handy software.
Man, I just picked this up not too long ago, and I've used it a little bit. This is one of the, let me see. This is the Wooster Pro.
Wooster?
Yeah, it's hard to see the numbers on it, but it basically it's just a little 2-inch, but it's real thin.
Yeah.
I like using this when you just need that real thin line after, because like, do you pre-roll before you cut in sometimes, or do you only spray now?
I only spray now, but when I used to do it, I actually used to cut in first, then roll.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. When you cut in before you brush, would you take a tiny roller, like a 3 or 4 inch roller, and roll a spot and then take your brush and just go with what you need?
No.
Now, see, I'm not going to tell you in your old age, just go start painting the fucking paint. But if you ever try that method, you'll see why I'm telling you to do that. Because your brush, when you first go on the wall, it's hard to get it to kind of go. Not necessarily that it's hard, but you don't push hard as shit when you're cutting in, because you're not just going everywhere. You're just being real careful, so you don't push that hard. So in turn, if you don't have to push as hard, it's a little easier and it doesn't fan out as much. With that being said, that pre-roll, and you give yourself just a little gap, that brush only has to sit this much in, and the rest of it glides on that fresh paint. You see what I'm saying?
See, how I do it before I even roll, I do all my cut in before I roll.
That's what I'm talking about. I think it'd be better to show you.
I don't roll first. I'll just cut in, and I do a wide cut in. I don't do any of that. I take my brush, I take the Wooster blue, and I just I use the Wooster blue 4 inch for majority of my cut in, and I just take that all the way across the 4 inch, and then when I roll right up to the line. I just use the Wooster 4 inch, and I do a wide band, and I put it on thick.
Yeah,
that's all I do.
This is my real cut-in brush.
Then I'll roll. But now that I got this, now that I use the paint sprayer, it makes it so much easier and faster.
I know, and I can't wait till the day I can actually afford one. But I want to get a really
They're not
good
that
one.
expensive, actually. The only problem is though with them, you can't use them with little pails. You have to use the big pails because getting it primed and getting it started takes a fair bit of paint. But I do have another sprayer that I have. It's a smaller one. Works the same way as the big sprayers. It's airless, but it has a little tank in it, and it's got a smaller hose, and it's really nice. It's lightweight. It's not that expensive either, and it works great for like, you just take the small can, you dump it in there, and you just go to town. But no, I'm gonna post a link on that after I make a video on it and show everyone how nifty it is. It's one of those Amazon finds that I had doubts in. It's like, I bet you anything I'm going to be asking for a refund, but it actually worked.
Shoot, man. I would love to get me a good paint sprayer. And that way all I got to do is go in there and tape and just go. That would be ideal, but this company don't want to do all that. Like, I told them to get a hopper for texture, and they just kind of looked at me, and I said, you know, the machine to spray the texture on the wall. And they said, well, isn't that a couple of things? I said, well, not if you buy it all as one. It comes with the air compressor, it comes with the pail, it comes with the plug, like the cord. I mean, it comes with all that. All you need is power. And when I know we got that, and they said, well, do you know how much one is? And the first one I looked up, I think it was from Harbor Freight, and I was like, well, this will work, but
hey, Shaka,
let me check somewhere else.
Welcome to this chat, Shaka. Shaka Gillis is in the house.
That's good. That's good. I see Denny made it. I guess Souls done ended his stream. I guess Tactics got tired of drilling holes, huh?
Well, let's have some fun, and let's help my good friend Shannon find the rotor thickness for his 2015 Equinox. 2015 Equinox LTZ. 2015 Equinox. That's a Chevrolet, right? Hey, Chevrolet. What is Equinox? Chevy, GM, Buick. What is Equinox again? Is GM, or what is the EPC?
That's a good question. Uh-oh. Jamie done hit it. He made it. Hit the celebration button.
Equinox. What, Josh pop in?
Well, no, Jamie made it. But Josh might, now that Souls is he's off, he might come over here. He might join in and do some woodworking and stuff. So Jamie, you did miss it. We were talking about things we did in our day, or at least
truck.
Or at least Sarah did. Sarah mentioned he was painting today. That's why I grabbed a brush. We were discussing painting stuff. So you didn't really miss anything too important. But quick question, Jamie, do you paint, or do you just frame and do things, do like other installation stuff like that? Like, I feel like you don't paint if you do the framing stuff, unless y'all build the entire house from start to finish. But I don't think you've ever mentioned that before. I feel like Benny might paint. like not like pictures or nothing. Like, I'm saying he might paint, like, just to have something to do. Like, he might just get bored and start painting. Speaking of which, can Denny join? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Like, I know James, anybody can join that's in the Discord. The link's in the announcements.
They just have to click on the link in the announcement. Anyone that's on the Discord server can click on the link in the announcements, and you can join. As long as you're not a minor, you're over the age of 25, and you're not an idiot. If you're an idiot,
that's already done. Click the link. That's on the way.
So waiting to see. Let's just find out if his Equinox is all-wheel drive. LTZ.
Well, while we're trying to figure that out, while we're waiting on Shannon, what I'll do is I will explain in case anyone in the Discord kind of missed it, dude. Today I ran across a PTAC unit that was I had installed it on Saturday. I think I might have mentioned it. We do everything but the HVAC. I was painting on Discord. Yes, you were. Now that you mention it, yeah, you were. Before I get lost though, let me finish this, and we're gonna come back to that because I had a question for Sarah, but I don't think he quite understood what I was talking about. The PTAC unit, whenever I left, was fine, which was what confused me. It made me think I might have done something wrong, but when I looked at it, when I pulled the cover off, when I tried to pull the cover off because it was melted to it, I knew, one, that I didn't look well enough the first time. So from now on, every PTAC unit I go to, I'm ripping the cover off the wall if it looks old. If it's new, like either me or John put it in, which in that case it would be a white outlet, which I know everyone sees that I've done the white outlets. But the damn hot wire had no insulation on it. Like, it was stripped completely bare. I don't know who did that. I didn't do that because, as I said, I just plugged it in and left. Because when I pulled it out the wall, the first time to swap out the unit, I turned it on before I left to make sure that it wasn't heating up. And he was just saying, you know, it wasn't getting hot enough because he only had one. Because we've had people in the past complain that their apartment is cold, but it's just their room because they keep the door shut and their unit is up front. If they want anything else, that's kind of on them. These are old buildings. They're not new at all. It's not like we do have plans in the future to add PTAC units to the 2 bedrooms, but for the 1 bedrooms, we're just going to add a power vent. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but that is a conversation for later. Back to the outlet. I did wrap it up with electrical tape, and I made sure I waited 10 minutes before I even made another short on it saying I think it's good. But yeah, I think that was my craziest adventure of the day. I do recommend anyone that's watching, if you haven't seen them 2 shorts, they should be the most recent ones on my page. I don't think I've added anything since then. Sarah, your turn to ramble.
I'm just getting the information for Shannon. See this on the screen. This is all data. It's the software that tells you everything that you need to know about any vehicle ever made. There. Hopefully that helps, Shannon.
Take your screenshots now or forever hold your peace. This information costs $3,000 fucking. All right.
Oh, I saw tactics there playing with all those DeWalt tools. I thought he was going to pull out a Bible and go all Christian on us, you know.
Hell, I didn't even see the DeWalt. All I saw was the flex. By the time you started this up, I just clicked onto this, and I was waiting on the baby to finish her snack. Need to grab another tool before I go fucking crazy. The thing's the bristles are starting to actually tickle my hand. That's how I know it's time to quit.
No. But tomorrow I'm going to take some time I'm going to go down to KMS Tools, pick up my SDS Max that I had to drop off for warranty. My first ever Metabo tool that I had to warranty.
Didn't you say that one was kind of new? Like, or you said not new, but you said that was the newest tool that you purchased.
I'm talking about my big one, the SDS Max, my big one. I've had
that one the 1 inch.
Years. Yeah, I've had that one for about 5 years.
Hell yeah! So is it brushed then by chance, or no?
Nope,
no. Yeah,
it's
yeah. I was thinking we weren't in 2026 for some stupid ass reason. Well, 5 years ago was fucking 2021.
See, the reason why I got that one is because for small jobs, I can run it on the battery, and for the big jobs, I can plug it into the wall. That's what I like about Metabo 36 volt.
So the newer Metabo batteries, do they operate the 36 volt? No, they're only for the 18 volt.
Well, you have to make sure on the side of the battery, it will always say 18, 36, or 36.
Yeah.
The ones that say 36 will work on all of their tools. The ones that say 18 are only for their 18. But
Only for 18.
All the ones that have that funky green label on the side, those
Well,
are
see,
those are their second generation batteries. The first generation batteries, they were black, like they were just black and
Just
white,
straight black. Yeah.
black and white
See,
print.
Give me 1 second. I got the small one, and I remember you saying this one was one of the newer generation type batteries, and it only says 18 volt, but it's got the funky green on it. It's the tiny 4 amp.
Yeah, that 4 amp is one of their new batteries, and that's actually an impressive little battery. That 4 amp, I'm actually really impressed.
I've only ran this.
Yeah, it's the same size as the Milwaukee high output 3, and it puts out the same amount of juice as that high output 3. It's actually really impressed.
I made a video on these batteries for anyone that is interested, but since you're here already, come here, chair.
What?
Look, check this out. This is you can see it.
Yeah.
Now, putting them the exact same way on top of each other, I don't know what that really does, but side profile. I mean, dude, the only thing this battery has over this one is size. In terms of weight, they're honestly about equal.
And
this one is heavier.
And the size isn't that much different. The size really isn't that much difference.
In terms of like height on the battery, yes, they're not that much different. When you compare them, however you want to compare them.
Like if you compare it to their 3.0 high output battery, the Milwaukee 3.0 high output,
I had it.
They're the exact same size. They're the exact same size, and the output, they both output the same amount of wattage. They output the same amount of power. But I love that little 4 amp hour. It's what I buy now for all my 18 volt tools.
This is the one you were talking about, the 2.5/5.
That's a 3618. And the reason why those 3618s are always going to be bigger is because they're designed to be 36 volt, used for 36 volt.
We got a Denny.
There's a Denny.
We got a Denny.
Look, 2 seniors and a kid.
I'm going to say a phrase neither one of you old people know, but everyone in the chat probably does. Who's that Pokemon? There. For anyone young watching, I just got you a sub. How you doing, Denny?
What's up?
What'd you do today, man?
I don't know if he's frozen or not.
I'm not frozen. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, doing all right. Been cold all day. I got these hand warmers. A couple doctor's appointments. That's about it.
Couple doctor's appointments.
Yeah.
Well, hey, nothing wrong with checking on your health. Got to make sure. I can't remember if you're not married, are you? But you're with somebody.
No, I don't like doctors because they only tell me what's wrong with me. They never say anything good. They never tell me what's good about me. And it's like, oh, this is wrong, or this is wrong. They don't ever go, hey, well, this is good.
An echo. Yeah.
See, it was doing that for me earlier.
Let's see what your audio is on.
Yeah, I kept hearing, like, that's why I was looking at you like, I think you just said, you know what I mean?
For some reason, your audio setup just does not allow for echo cancellation.
Yeah, well, now that I switched off, it should. Oh, I got to turn it on. Hang on here. Now that I took I got to leave and come back. I'm going to do that.
No.
He'll be right back, folks. Another old man.
So what's the big your next big ticket tool item that you want to purchase, like that you really want to get?
See, that's what I'm stuck on, bro. It's either gonna be I think a couple people, you and I cannot remember who, but someone else talked me into just starting out with the Metabo table saw.
Ah, yes.
But I want to get the cordless one and continue on with the batteries and stuff. Do you know if that's a 36 volt or an 18 volt table saw?
It's 36 volt. That's the one that I use in my videos. That's the one I own. I love that. I've had that. Yep, that will run it.
No. But is this the biggest?
It won't run it as long or as powerful as their bigger ones. But
okay, that's
the thing. But it will get you going. But the other bonus that is for like $100. You can just go out and buy the power adapter. So if you don't have batteries, you can just plug it into the wall, because that's what I have. When I go to a job site and there's power, I plug it in. When I'm at someplace that doesn't have power, that's where we're running it on batteries. And eventually, if you're going to invest in their bigger ticket tools, I am going to say invest in at least one or two of those T-Powers in the future when you do get money. Those T-Powers.
That's the batteries that yes, I'm going to look into those batteries. I wanted to know if that was, okay, so that's kind of why I grabbed this. I was like, do they make bigger ones of these, or do they just make different batteries for their bigger ticket tools?
No.
So the T-Power,
bigger versions of that one there. They have a 5.8 one that's a 5 amp hour, 8 amp hour, so it's 5 amp hour. Then the T-Power is a 5 amp hour, 8 amp hour, but they output the same. They literally output the same wattage and power as the 9 volt batteries, the 9 amp hour batteries do, that everyone else makes.
Okay.
Okay,
cool.
But no, because I own their miter saws, I own their table saws, I own a lot of their big ticket tools. I've never had a problem with battery performance. Never. Like when I built that fence, I used their old batteries. I did not use the T-Power. I used their old batteries, and that my miter saw did, like, everyone saw the big pile of wood that was there. It did like almost 1,000 cuts on one battery.
Yeah.
And with the T-Power, it literally almost does double that. Meanwhile, my little Milwaukee 7.25 with a 12 amp hour Milwaukee battery only does, believe it or not, 265 cuts.
It's probably a higher draw, something differential thing going on there.
It's a smaller saw. Smaller
That's
saw,
crazy.
smaller motor.
That's crazy.
How's the sound now? Better? It's got the cancellation on because I pulled the
That's perfect.
AirPod out. All right, good.
It's perfect.
Good.
So
So it's what's Denny's what must have tool for this year? What's the tool that you really want to get?
Just a good deal. You know me, I'm always looking for good deals. I try to post them in the Discord when I see them. But, I bought the Flex hammer drill, because the SES, and I have a Bosch that was good, but that Flex was so much better that, I don't even think I ever used the Bosch because I bought it within a year ago and I haven't had anything to do with it, that needed to drill anything. But, the Flex is so much better than the Bosch model I had that, I'll do that. And then I'll look to sell the Bosch eventually, something like that. But I don't have a marketplace account or anything, so I don't even know what to do. I just sit on it.
Well, get yourself a marketplace and get yourself an eBay account.
I have had eBay since
eBay accounts where it's at.
My eBay has 100% feedback, and it was opened in 1990 something, because I know what the house I lived in. So it's a long history. So I just don't want to ship too much. You know, everything's the weight, and you got to figure that and all that. Would eBay be a better platform for me? Sure. You know, but I don't know. Figure it out.
Well, that's a nice thing, because like when it comes to figuring out the weight for shipping,
Mhm.
all you do is just look up the same product that someone else is selling and use their weight.
Yeah, their weight and the approximate, right. Then you don't want to, you know, I don't, you know, I just want to sell a few things. That was my whole thing, is like maybe I'd sell 10 items, you know what I mean? And then be done for a while. So it's not like, you know, I want to be a full timer doing that stuff either.
Full-time
retired.
reseller, huh?
Yeah, I'm not going to be, you know, I don't resell. Matter of fact, a couple over the years in Lowe's, people ask me, "You resell?" I said, I don't. This is all stuff for me. And like with that
Do you
Bosch
ever
camera,
do any projects?
I got stuff to do around here. My nephew helps me out. He lifts all the heavy stuff and all that. But he hasn't been around lately. But yeah, I got a couple things. Remember, I showed you the concrete. The MDF sucked the moisture into the, you know, out of the concrete, and the boards, some of the trim swole. So I got to go out, you know, sand that down and
Yeah.
paint. But other than that, nothing really. I was wondering if those sanding sheets will work for that, or if I should just use regular paper. What's your
I
opinion
feel
on
like
that?
they should, but it really depends on your access and what type of sander you use. I wouldn't suggest trying to stick an orbital sander in there. Is it up next to a wall?
They're off the wall because it was just easier to cut the cloth
Then
and pop them.
maybe an orbital sander would fit, honestly. And if you can use that, as long as you have dust collection, I don't think it would be a problem. I do recommend cleaning the area first if it's real dirty. But if it's not like extremely dirty, then you won't even waste a pad, depending on what all
I
is
seen
really
the-
there. Like
Go ahead.
if it's just paint, wood, and a little bit of water damage, you'll be fine. But if there's like a bunch of dirt and debris, I recommend cleaning that out first. But
No, it's
you're
just
good.
swelling. It's MDF swelling from the moisture getting into it and swelling
Yeah.
it out. So it didn't even, you know, the paint's not even peeling or anything. It just expanded. And that just needs to come off. My thing is I would think the paint would gum up, because it gums up the sandpaper. I've done it before. But I think the paint would gum up the, you know,
The sanding pad.
the pads.
You know,
Yeah. Even
that-
especially
that-
if I
that's-
did.
That's the thing. Like I use those 3M pads. I've used them for years before anyone was using for woodworking, because they were made for the automotive industry.
Right.
And the problem that we had when we tried using it on like oil-based paints and stuff like that, or latex paints, it destroyed the actual pad of the sander. For
Right.
automotive paints, because it's more of an enamel, it's a hard,
Yeah.
it's a hard
Mhm.
paint. It's not so bad, but we usually don't use them for stripping. We use them for our in between coats and our prep and stuff like that. For
Mhm.
stripping, we just use the old fashioned stuff. And like I said, that rubber eraser, this thing here,
Yeah.
Yes,
saves
that.
thousands of dollars. It saves you thousands
So
of
it's
dollars.
it's
Yes,
it's
it
actually
does.
just
Clean
a
your
stick
pad
of
and
rubber,
done.
basically.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a specialized rubber pad. Like I said, they're like $6. You can get them at any hardware store.
Yeah, I got to write.
And they
And-
clean
and-
your
and-
pad.
and-
You leave it on the sander, and then you just stick the pad to it. Like if
cleans
you're
it.
holding the sander, you just stick it to it, and it'll, run it around, and it'll get all the gunk off. That's what him and Souls was talking about in them videos the other day.
Yeah, I remember
I can't
that.
remember who it was.
But no, it saves you thousands of dollars every year on sandpaper. That thing, like those 3M pads are great for like stuff Josh is doing, like like prep work before staying in that when you get. But if
Right.
you're stripping that, or if you really want to cut material out in that. But even those sanding pads, they're expensive, and if they get caught on something and they tear, you kind of cry a little bit.
Gotcha.
you cry a little bit when they get caught on
Yeah, I don't
stuff.
mind buying, as you know,
Like-
by
like
the
the-
tool brands and stuff and
having both-
duplicates.
Having
I don't-
both of them on hand worked great. So
I don't mind spending money. You know that because I don't even have the so-called look. I have bought stuff for Harbor Freight. I'll tell anybody that. But I have not bought Bauer Tools or Warrior Tools or any of that kind of stuff. It's all DeWalt, Milwaukee, Flex, Bosch, and Metabo. And the only reason I got Flex, Bosch, and Metabo is from you guys, in Souls saying expand your battery platforms. So then I would go in, and then I go to Lowe's. Oh, here, the Sander's $49, the Orbital or 59, whatever, and all that. And that's what happened. I just have a bunch of tools now. Don't use them a lot, but they'll also go to my nephew or my niece if she wants any of them, that kind of thing. It's the way I look at it, because they're not going to need, anything better than that. There'll be advancements in the tool world by then, but they're not going to be big time crafts people either,
And Shannon, answer to your question. Take a pail of hot water, some vinegar, mix it 50-50, and add in just a little bit of fabric softener. Mix it up and spray the wall down. Let it sit, and it will actually start to break down that wallpaper and adhesive, and allow you to strip it. That's an
It'll
easy
just
way to
fall off
remove
the wall.
wallpaper.
Yep.
It'll fall off the wall. You could sit in the room and chit chat, take a smoke break after you get done, and by the time you get done with your cigarette, bro, you can just actually start scraping it off the wall.
But if you don't want to do that, there's another product that I use. It's Easy Remover. Easy Remover makes all kinds of stuff. They make a latex paint remover that works like a hot friggin' damn if you get latex in there. They make paint strippers that are non-fume. They're environmentally safe. They're friendly. They don't have fumes. They work
Safe
like
for
a cat's
fencing
ass.
kids.
Like Easy Remover is the name of the brand. And they make
Yep.
a wallpaper remover that works so fast, so smooth, so clean. But they're like, out of any product out there for paint removal, wallpaper removal, and stuff like that, they are literally hands down. They make one of the best products in the world, man. Like they've really put some engineering into their stuff, and it's safe, it's environment friendly, no harsh fumes, works better than that citrus crap. I've tried that citrus crap; it's horrible. But that Easy Remover product, you just go to Home Depot, look for Easy Remover in the aisle, and they have one that's made for wallpaper, and it's the cat's ass. Like, it's great. So
It's perfect. I had to use it more than I have ever fucking wanted to.
well,
at my
they're-
last
they're
job,
one
not
of the
this
only
one.
ones that make one specifically for latex paint, because we all know
Mhm.
latex paint sucks when it gets onto semi-porous stone surfaces.
It is very, very cool.
Brick
tell you-
and concrete.
Guys down here do work on some of the 80s places, and they take the popcorn off. They just spray it with water,
Yep.
They just mist it on there and let it sit, and then you see them comes right
Yep.
off.
Yep.
So, and you can
Man,
steam.
somebody text Steven in the chat.
I'll text them.
Man, hey, look,
What,
I'm
to get
sorry.
on here?
Steven called. Hold on. Hopefully this doesn't mess it up too. I gotta message him and tell him just get on.
I'm on my computer. I'll text them quick.
Hey, Josh. Josh is coming. He's not home yet. That's why he hasn't joined us. He's got a life. He goes out and does stuff. Apparently, he's not like us. No. But,
Yeah.
say that this system here using this software works a lot better for the group chats over trying to do it OBS through StreamYard. There's just too many glitches, way too many glitches that I had to work out.
Yeah, this would be cool.
Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
I told them where to find the link, so see what he says.
I told him the
Yeah,
links and
okay.
announcements.
Yeah.
But he said, call me when you can. So I don't know if it's something serious. I don't know if he wants to
I
show me
also
the
sent
snow
him-
again.
I sent him a link in in private message too. So
Okay.
got stuck at the pro shop. Ah, he's playing with his balls again.
20% battery. Oh no.
So
So
better plug in.
real quick. These are from the Milwaukee. These are the Klein set that come out of here. And these obviously come out the big one. But out of these, which ones do you like? Which ones would y'all prefer? Like of the sockets, as Denny as a homeowner, but as Sarah as a professional.
As an automotive person, those little flat ones,
Yeah.
I would just use my ratcheting wrench over top of those. Those are kind of useless to me because I got ratcheting wrenches that are flatter and narrower than that.
Well, that's what these go on, is a ratcheting wrench. They go on the big 3/8 right there.
That's the thing, is I actually have wrenches from quarter of an inch all the way up to 4 inches that are ratcheting, that are thinner, smaller profile. Now that's the thing. Something like that, like makes no sense, no use to me. Like no use to me for something like that. Because you look at how big that head is. Not like you look at how big that head is to hold that. Like it may be narrow this way, but it's big in girth, and that's kind of negates the whole entire thing. Where a ratcheting wrench is smaller, more compact. Because like if I was to go to my toolbox, grab my 1/4 inch ratcheting wrench, it would be almost.
That's what I hope they do with them. I hope they make them 1/4 inch size.
Like it's.
We got a new Pokemon.
Got her.
It's fucking cold outside, people.
Is that why?
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Duh. I can do that.
It's only for a couple of days. It's only for a couple more days. You'll be fine. You'll survive.
Bullshit. We're not going to get out of this goddamn Canadian bullshit free for the next 13 days.
Oh yeah, sure. Winter's Canadians' fault. Next thing you're going to tell me that snow is racist.
It is racist.
Oh, it is racist.
All right, who else is here? Just all 4 of us?
Yep.
Yeah, just the 4 of us for now.
All right, I got
Hey,
something
we're
to say.
live, ain't we?
Yeah, we're
We're
live.
still
Yeah,
live
me
on
too.
YouTube, aren't we?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say then.
Yeah.
Glad we told you.
We're public to the world right now, Ott. So
Yeah, I'm not going to say what I'm going to say.
Your business out yet. Keep your dirty laundry in the basket for 30 more minutes.
I'll just text you later about it, Jimmy and Jeff. It's
Okay.
really starting to piss me off, but I'll keep it at that.
I get you.
uh-oh.
You guys, 2 of you are in colder climates. I'm the one with the heated gear. I got bad circulation, man. I'm cold. I hate to say it. I know you guys are freezing, but
He's
Jumping
talking about
jacks.
he's
Just
cold.
do more
He's cold. He's
jumping
down there at
jacks. Come
70
on.
degrees.
it's 40. It's 40.
It's -6 right now.
Dude, I woke up this morning and it was 24, and I took that video of the ice
Yeah.
that refroze, and it was just thicker. And I was like, dude, this is what, like, how thick is y'all's ice? I know you've been breaking it up a little bit. Like, is
Yeah.
it like over a ½ inch thick?
I mean, the snow just melts and then refreezes, but the storm that we just got, it dumped a little more than a 1/4 inch. I would say about 30, a little more than a 1/4 inch of ice. But my entire parking lot is completely covered. It's a sheet of ice.
Good time to invest
I
in
believe
some
it.
cross-country skis and get some exercise.
Exactly.
Cross-country skiing.
No
is fun.
morning.
Buy some snowshoes. Go exploring.
Well, one, my crippled ass can barely walk with this injury. And if I slip on that ice, dude, I'm done. I'll be out for a week.
Golf shoes. You need some golf shoes with some cleats. You'll be fine.
I've seen people put tennis rackets on the bottom of their shoes. Does that work?
You have some old football cleats, and I do wear those if I got to walk through deep snow because they give me traction. But they're not waterproof. They suck.
Right.
And then here comes Squatch. It's just a little ice and snow. No big deal.
Yeah.
Buddy, to the people in the South who don't deal with ice and snow every winter, I promise you it is a big deal, dude. Louisiana was in a state of emergency, and it might still be. I don't know. We were in a state of emergency come Monday.
Canada's always in a state of emergency. All it does is snow there.
According to Louisiana.
It only snows for a couple weeks up here. It's not bad as you guys think it is.
Maybe where you are, but to everybody else in the world's knowledge.
It's just when it snows. It snows. Like
the movie Frozen.
Open your door and you can't even go outside because you can't. Like it's to your roof. But then we just get the shovel and we dig a tunnel and we have some fun and we get the kids out there and
spread the snow back over it, huh? That's what we're gonna do. Just spread the snow over the ice, and the ice ain't there.
Not only the fact that it makes it more difficult to solve the cases. We want to give all
I'll say this, Ott, that
passes.
2 years before I moved out of New York, it was 8 degrees and my body was like this. Couldn't even move. So I know what that cold's like, man. That's the third reason, the weather, why I'm not there.
Dude, it is miserable outside.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe you. I wouldn't be outside.
Well,
kiss my ass.
Unfortunately, I'm a person that's addicted to nicotine and something called a little bit of a smoking habit, and I don't smoke in the house, so I go outside and freeze like a moron.
I mean, you could always move south.
There ain't no work down there. There ain't shit to do down there.
Shit, dude, on Indeed, I see so much shit for plumbers in Florida. Like, I wonder, Denny, can you confirm on Indeed that they have a lot of work for plumbers?
He's just
I
scared of
haven't looked on
alligators.
Indeed. There's a lot of building
truth.
here, as you know, because everybody's fleeing those states for the weather and other reasons. They're plowing everything under down. You know, to lack of a better word, they're clearing everything. Everything. You go where it was all swampy and this and that, and now they flatten it all, and you see all the plumbing setups and you know the boxes are going in for the electricals. Everything's underground. They're doing.
How much of the Everglades have y'all cleared in the past couple of years?
I don't know what they've done there. As you're on the West Coast and above that, so much But
I didn't know your exact position in Florida.
I'm on the West Coast. That's pretty well known. I'll say above Tampa. People know that because I put it in even on like the lives of like I go through 7 whatever different stores, that kind of thing. So, but yeah.
Sayer, that comment's for you. Shannon said he found on Home Depot Henry Easy Release. Would that be the one?
No.
Why?
Sayers channel. There it is. I'm live.
Danny, what was you saying though?
No, I don't worry about it. I don't even remember. My short-term memory shot. We're just talking about being on the West Coast. That's all.
Yeah, that was it. Just pretty much Tampa and stuff like that.
Yep.
Poor Jamie. He said he got 10 miles from the house before he forgot his bibs and he had to go back. Dog, hey, look, bro, that cold's something serious. If we was outside, I know I'd be in at least a couple of layers until I warmed up just from moving around, and then I'd probably drop a layer. Because I know framing, dog, once I get to lifting and that blood gets to flowing, I'm going to be good after 30, 40 minutes. It's just getting the workout started. That's all. I know you most likely the same way because Jamie, if I remember correctly, isn't y'all's age yet. I think he's older than me. I'm 30, but I think he's not, above 45, I believe. I might be wrong there, but I would imagine he is similar. He's been doing this work for such a long time. I told him to make a channel too, but he won't do it. He said he's too busy.
Yeah.
He would get a lot of views, bro. Them framers get a fuck ton of views. I mean, look at them stupid ass NBC boys that shoot themselves with the fucking nail guns all the time. I mean, they got 400 and they probably at 500K followers by now, and they've only been on YouTube a year. That's a second form of income. I'm just saying, James, it's math, cuz you need more money. Make a YouTube, get a little hat cam, and at the end of the day, go back home and edit stuff. I'm not saying film for 24 hours, but just every now and again, hit the button. Because I know that's probably what I'm going to start doing, just to make my life a little easier during the day so I can get a little more done, be a little more productive rather than having to stop every time I film something and upload it. I sometimes, like for the videos and shit, I upload them on lunch. But for the shorts, I just be taking them, hurrying up, and then going right back to work. So I think from now on, like once I get a hat cam, that would be easier for me.
Would that work out with like if you're constantly moving your head doing stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, when people move the camera.
I think they have stabilization feature.
Okay, yeah.
And I'll have to get used to how I film. Yes. Like I'll have to get used to staring at one spot for a minute. But typically, like when I'm doing something, I kind of follow my hand. You know what I mean? Like, so that kind of helps me. Like I look where my hands go. You see what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying. If I have to reach over here, then reach over here, that's a quick movement. So I would have to kind of remember, like, okay, grab this, that's over there, and just kind of use my peripherals to grab what's over here. That'll have to be practiced, of course, but it's a learning experience. Maybe, and then I think if it is a hat cam, you can also clip it to your shirt. So I might not do the hat thing unless I'm doing like electrical. At that point, that would make sense for like head view,
like a gimbal on a shirt or something.
And yes, framing and different shit like that. Just clip it to the shirt and kind of put it in the direction it needs to be.
Speaking of framing, Sayer, for the Canadian up top. So, like I told you in Discord today, that sill plate that had them floor joists coming off of it, dude, that thing was almost 10 inches wide. I have never seen a sill plate that wide.
Yeah. Well, what will happen when they make it what they call a dead space wall, where mechanical's supposed to be run, or sometimes they use it as a cold air return for the furnace system, and it just literally helps pull. But most of the time, that's just dead space, and we'll do that. We'll just make one top plate out of 2x8 or 2x10 instead of having two. It's actually quite common. It's quite common, but it's just a dead space cavity. When we're building the houses, that's where the plumbing and everything's supposed to go anyways. But for some reason, HVAC looks at it and goes, "No, I don't want to put it there," and they just walk away.
Well, this was
somewhere else.
This was definitely on the outside wall, and that space had I don't know, like a 14 by 14 piece of insulation cutout stuck up in it. But so I took that down and I drilled the hole to come down the wall where I'm running this gas line out. Yeah. And then we had to drill through, I want to say about 1.5 feet, maybe 16 inches of concrete and brick to stub out the gas line out for the generator. But like I said, that sill plate was every bit of 9 3/4, almost 10 inches wide.
Yeah. No, that's something that's actually quite common. Like, you're perfectly fine to drill through that. That's not going to affect anything. Like, literally, it's that wall was designed to be a big dead space to run stuff through. So
this house was
right where it's supposed to be.
This house is 5, maybe 6 years old, and 5,500 square feet, 3-car garage. She's got a pool house out back that's heated. Pretty cool bathroom in there. I've never seen a bathroom like that in a pool house. She put a bunch of money in that pool house. Hell, dude, you can live in that thing. That thing is awesome.
Just wait till the day you see the houses that like the ones that I build that have two walls. They have an exterior wall, then they have another wall in front of that.
I've seen that.
Wall built.
Remember, I've been a service plumber mainly my whole career. I've done commercial, I've done residential, I've done a lot of it, restaurant work, a lot of it. And I used to work for a production company called Bryant Group, and they did nothing but production homes. You know, cookie cutter, same style, same shit, different neighborhoods, same houses. Then I worked for a company called Acker & Son Plumbing and Heating, and they do nothing but custom homes. And them custom homes that I've been to are similar to what you're saying. And
just built
stupid amount of money in it. Hell, dude, there was one. There's multiple one with basketball courts, but I remember this one house. It's in Bethesda, Maryland. Stupid amount of money. Big dumbass, stupid amount of money. The basketball court alone in the basement was $600,000 to put in. The utility room that has not one, not two, not three, but 14 sump pumps in just the utility room.
Jesus.
Because the basketball court was very deep in the ground. I don't know the exact depth on the ground, but they hit nothing but water. Obviously, the deeper you go, it's in Bethesda, it's right by DC. And what is DC? Nothing but a swamp.
Yep.
So 16 sump pumps. So a year and a half later, I go back in there to do something in the house when I was at Acker & Son, and he was talking about his water bill and his electrical bill being high. He showed me his electrical bill. His electric bill is $11,000 a month.
Holy skadoosh.
$11,000 a month to keep that place cool, heated, between the pumps going off every 10 seconds. Hell, the lights on, the garage. I mean, dude, the driveway had radiant heat, and with the driveway being radiant heat, he had geothermal, and that geothermal would actually melt the snow on the driveway. That system alone was another $400,000. Dude, he put about, I want to say, 8.9, maybe 9 million in this house. There goes Jimmy and his damn Lego set.
Well, I've been doing something for the people watching me. I guess I can talk about it now, just not too long, but just for a minute. So this is a Klein Tools extension. As you saw at first, I just kind of stuck the normal red and yellow on there. I mean, dude, it doesn't want to come off.
Klein
this magnet on here is a rare earth magnet, to my knowledge. I mean, that's what damn Tactics always calls it. And the fact that it can hold this so well, and the little 1/4-inch ratchet that I was messing with, I mean, it did hold this. It's stuck on there pretty good. So, I mean, dude, if it can, I mean, this thing weighs, I don't want to say a pound, but it's got to weigh close to it. It's pretty freaking heavy, just in the tips of the fingers. The fact that it can hold it at all just really surprises me. I highly doubt it'll hold this big chonky wonky sumbitch, but we can at least see if it'll somewhat pick it up off the table. I think that would be, man, dude, look at that. Just a little 1/4-inch extension from Klein.
This is, how do I flip the camera on this thing?
I mean, dude, it's got a hold of it. It wants to, look, it picked it up off the fucking table. And this is the 3/8 ratchet. This ain't the 1/4-inch. It's
Nice.
got it off the table. I mean, dude, this fucking magnet is strong. So if y'all ever need an extension with a good magnet, look for the Klein set. But it didn't come in either one of these. It come in this one. I got to grab it out. Baby's bag. I think it's in there. Yeah. It come in the T-handle set. But all this stuff, I mean, that's the point of it. It called the Connect system. It's part of this. Wait, is it? No. I'm sorry. It's not a part of this. It did come in that big ass set over there. It did come in that big ass set over there. So you are going to have to pay $119 for those of you that want this to get this, but they might have this in another set. Just look for the extension with a magnet on it, and
They
that's
do
your.
have that in another set.
Okay, thank you. Steven, take it away.
But, well, I don't need to take it away, but if anybody's interested in Jimmy, I'm sure you have this, right? The 14-1 with all the sockets on it from metrics to standard.
I do not. I do not have that.
It's all impact rated. This motherfucker is awesome. I use it all the time for all the different sizes on it, from 9/16 all the way up to 1/4 inch, and it goes from 14 all the way down to 7 millimeter.
Nice.
And how much was it?
This is $30, I believe. $29.
Well, you know how the fuck they do it, cuz you watch the videos every day. You got to say the price of it.
I can't remember. Hell, it's been a minute since I bought that. But all my tools are not in front of me. A lot of my shit, well, not a lot of my shit. Some of my shit's in a work truck, and then a lot of my shit's in storage.
Yeah. I think I can do that. I can do that with this.
Sayer, that reminds me. Yesterday, was it yesterday we were live or the day before?
The day before.
That undercut saw you were showing Denny. Who makes that again?
Oh, God. now I just forgot. I'm getting too old. Oh, God. There's so many different versions of it. Oh, God. What brand was that again?
Only you, Jimmy. I swear, only you.
I'm going to start doing goofy shit like this now that I can, now that I know that I can.
It was Crane.
Crane, that's what it was. I never seen this before, but at the undercut saw, it didn't have a name on it, but it was orange. It was at a house today in a garage. As soon as I see it, the first thing that popped in my mind was you.
Yeah, no, they've been made by multiple companies. Robertson made them. Long time ago, Bosch had one. Hitachi had one. Craftsman had one. Lots of companies made them. Prime is really renowned for it because Prime's a big flooring. Like if you're into flooring, buying Prime tools is where you want to be because they make all the specialty tools for flooring. So, and not that, they make some of the best fasteners around.
Tomorrow I got 3 calls. I got to deal with 2 tanklesses tomorrow, and then I got either a tub and shower or shower only. They're not getting any cold water, so most likely that's a cartridge unless they shut a valve off some way, or the actual stop that's behind the escutcheon plate. Sometimes the shower valve will have stops on it, meaning little shut-off valves. And when people go in and remodel the showers or remodel the bathrooms, the morons that install those shower valves forget to open up the stop, and then they have no water flow, and all they get is nothing but hot water. So it's either one of them things. Tomorrow, I should get at least 8 hours tomorrow with all 3 different calls, even though the 2 tanklesses are easy. One of them's a, Jesus Christ, what's it called? It's a Navion. What the hell is that shit called? It's in, not Cadence. They'll come to me eventually.
What's the question?
No, I'm talking about the work I'm doing tomorrow. There's 2 tankless water heaters that I got to mess with tomorrow. One of them has a condensate issue, which is getting a code, which is not hard to clean. Most likely it's biofilm built up in the condensate line. Just got to clean that out and it'll be fine. But the other one is a big ass house in Owens Mills. It's actually on a golf course, and the dude who lives in that house owns part of the Philadelphia Eagles. The last name is Green, but he has 2 Navion tanklesses, and they do his entire house. He's got a massive crib. It's 9,000 square feet.
Golly.
He's got 11 bathrooms, custom home, 11 bathrooms, and he has 8 bedrooms. And hell, he's got 7 or 8 car garage. He also has a garage in the back that reminds me of like a conveyor belt, but it's more like a merry-go-round. All these fancy ass sports cars, when he pulls them in, they go in a merry-go-round. They go in a circle. He can press the number on his keypad, and the cars are stored underneath the ground.
On a house that big, using tankless heaters, are you guys installing recirculator valves? That way, they're not wasting the water when it.
Of course,
it takes a while for that hot water to get up there.
Yep. No, there's dedicated recirc lines to the furthest fixture. The code states that if you have a fixture that's 100 feet plus, it used to be 75, but they changed it. If you have more than 100 feet of pipe to the furthest fixture, it requires an own dedicated recirc line. And he has 6 dedicated recirc lines going to the kitchen, master bath, guests, etc.
Wow.
Good.
Big dumbass house.
That's the one thing a lot of people don't realize with these hot water tanks. If you're hot water on demand or your tankless is more than 12 feet away from where your water is, you're going to waste a lot of water till that water gets up there, because it doesn't kick on till it feels change of pressure. So then it's got to heat up. So all that water that's pumping through it while it's heating up is not warm. It's getting wasted. So by having a recirculator, it prevents that from happening. It's just like up here in Canada. Some places we use a combination of tankless and an actual hot water tank. We'll actually have them run in conjunction. So the hot water tank is acting as a recirculator and recirculating water, making sure that there's hot water. Then when the hot water kicks on, it basically turns off the heater on the tank, and that way the tank doesn't have to run continuously to keep it going and keep it warm and stuff like that. And it just turned out to be more energy efficient.
Yep. No, but Navien and Norwich, they've come up with a tank that attaches to a storage tank that's a 75 gallon, but it actually has the tankless in the front. So in theory, when a tankless is fired, it's not instant hot water. It's endless amounts of hot water. Endless amounts. You can have a shower for 4 days and it won't go cold on you.
Yep.
But what the Navien and Norwich, what they came out with was a Navien. The Navien came out with their tank style where they have the actual tankless unit sitting on front of the tank. So that tank is already storing temperatured water at 100, 125 degrees.
Yep.
And when you turn the fixture on, the servo valve inside the tankless would kick on to allow water to go to that fixture. So basically, you're never going to run out of hot water with that storage tank being behind that tankless.
Yeah,
it's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah. See, what when these tankless hot water on demand things first came out, we used to, like in the bathroom, we actually would install one dedicated to the bathroom in the bathroom, and we used to install one in the kitchen underneath the two demand areas. And that's where it was. But then when they started doing the recirculating and getting smart about it, that allowed us to not have to do that, because that started getting a little bit pricey after a while.
But anybody in the chat that's curious about a dedicated recirc line, if there's any plumbers out there, make sure you put a check valve before that pump, because if not, you're going to get a cross connection. You got to put a spring check on it.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Just do it.
Good to know.
Ball valve, pump, purge station, spring check, ball valve.
Yep. Boy.
I'm not 100% sure what all I got to do tomorrow, because I finished up a good bit today. I know I'll probably have some stuff come in finally. Ever since the weather hit, we haven't had any deliveries, so we should have like more than one truck show up tomorrow, is what I'm thinking. That'll help out a lot.
And I'm just gonna work on some content tomorrow. Try to add a little bit more useful content. That's all I got for tomorrow.
Oh, I know I'm making content. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna be. we just gonna find out
Yeah.
together.
I'm texting Josh. Give me 1 second. I'll be back on.
Yeah.
What's he doing? Is he live?
No, he showed me this PEX tool that he got, and he's asking me what it should get, basically.
Did he get a piece of shit or did he get a good one?
It's manual. It ain't nothing spectacular, but he's gonna do a review on it.
What would you rate it out of 5 stars? Like a 2.5?
Hell no,
Nothing special?
a one because the fucking technology they got out now is incredible. Because we have PEX A and PEX B. Some jurisdictions around here won't allow you to use PEX B because the fittings restrict water flow. PEX A, they're actually expandable. The PEX A pipe you can expand, you put a ring on it, and you slide it over your fitting, and that will not restrict water flow. I love PEX A. It's so easy to run. It's flexible. The fittings will never freeze on you. That pipe will expand 12 times its original diameter. If it ever freezes, it will never freeze and burst. The fittings will, but the pipe won't.
So he got PEX B is what you're saying?
Yeah, PEX B. And some of the jurisdictions in my area you're not allowed to use PEX B.
So it's not code.
It depends on your jurisdiction.
I get that, but in yours, it's not code.
And well, once again, it depends on the jurisdiction. Some of the jurisdictions around here in different counties allow you to use PEX B. Where I'm at, you can't use PEX B. For example, WSSC's territory, which is the Washington Sanitary Commission.
Yeah.
That's all Montgomery County, PG County. That's a big organization. They make a stupid amount of money. They're the ones that supply you the water. In Baltimore County, where I work at in the city, that's all Baltimore County, and that's all Baltimore County water and whatnot. And they don't allow you to use PEX B, neither in WSSC. Now, if you go over to, say, Cecil County, or you go across the bay over the Bay Bridge, you can use PEX B over there.
Of course.
Florida, you're allowed to use PEX B.
I see PVC, unfortunately. So
You're not even old enough to remember Poly B.
I am. I know what Poly B is.
Poly B. Oh my god.
He's probably removed so much of that gay ass shit, just like I have, dog. Like I had to ask what it was, but yeah, I've seen it.
Are you talking about the polybutylene that's gray?
Old gray stuff. That old
gray
stuff.
Yeah,
that is primarily still used to this day in RVs for hell knows what reason.
Yeah, the gray stuff.
That's where I've seen it at is in an RV one time. I said, "What the fuck is this?"
It's been outlawed.
That in houses in the 80s. They put that in houses in the 80s.
Yeah, that's dog shit.
Horrible crap.
Yep.
I seen it in my wife's father's RV. We replaced it all with PVC, and we hope to God it still works. We know it is.
CPVC is fine. A lot of people don't like it. I like CPVC. It's flexible. It's one step. You get one step glue with the fittings, put it together. CPVC is fine, but CPVC is different from PVC.
Yep.
PVC is polyvinyl chloride. CPVC is chlorinated polyvinyl chloride, so you can use it for domestic water.
Yep.
Don't they use it on pools and shit?
They use PVC on pools, which is a different type of schedule. For example, on pools, they use Schedule 80.
Okay, see, and that's what we,
Or Schedule 35, which is the SDR pipe you would see as green.
I don't know if y'all can even see it. Can I flip this camera? Is that a fucking option?
What's your thoughts on them shark bites? I hate them with a passion.
The only way you would ever see me use a shark bite's for a fucking handyman. Any plumber use them, you're a fucking moron. If you got a transition between two different material, do it the correct way. If you're going to cap off a water line and go because you're under 12 calls and it's fucking 90 below zero outside and you got frozen broken water pipe and you want to cap a line off, by all means, throw a shark bite cap on it. But that's not a permanent repair.
There's a question for you. In chat, Shannon asks, can you use CPVC fittings with PVC pipe?
No. I'm not on YouTube because I'm getting a lot of echoing back and forth between everybody talking.
Yeah, they're also different sizes, right? Like a 1-inch PVC pipe and 1-inch CP, they're not even the same diameter, correct?
No, because PVC is going to be iron pipe size. CPVC is going to be copper tubing size.
Right. Okay.
PVC, I have seen it ran on domestic water. Now, I have seen that, for example, down in Texas and shit like that, they'll actually use PVC in the ground for a water service, which is bizarre to me because I don't see it in the ground up here. I usually see the well pipe, which is the polyethylene, I think it's what it's called. I know it's all poly, but I just call it well pipe. Or in the ground now you have copper or you have PEX, which is PEX A.
Yeah, what I don't get, speaking of that though, is every single water softener I see in here, I look, they use PVC going into them, getting out. So you have CPVC throughout the house, and those little 2-foot sections, whatever you get for the actual softener, they're using PVC pipe, which I never understood. What's you know what I'm saying?
If they're coming out of the water softener with PVC, that is just bizarre.
Right. So maybe it is CP, but it's that bright white color.
Can you show us an example real quick, Denny? Like, is it in your house like that?
I don't have one. So, but when I look, I'm like, why? Because the CPVC has its own color.
Yeah, it's beige.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of one at some point. Yeah. Send it to you.
Put it in the Discord.
I will.
Yeah, we'll just start up a conversation and just get it going. What's better, PEX or PVC or copper? I stepped out of the chat for a minute. That was Tool Squatch.
Okay, first thing first, if you're on a well, do not use copper. I don't give a shit if it's treated or not. Do not use copper on a well. City water, it's fine. If you're going to do a well system, PEX or CPVC. The only downfall with CPVC is that over time, especially in UV rays, it becomes brittle. Along with PVC, because the UV rays will destroy.
You should build at least some kind of a cover around it, is what you're getting at.
If you have, so for example, down in Florida, I know a lot of their manifolds outside the house, and you'll see copper, then they'll transition to CPVC. And that little section of CPVC is starting to deteriorate because it's being affected by UV rays. Yeah. PVC is usually for drainage, meaning your sewer, your laterals leaving the house, your stacks, your drain, waste, and vent. CPVC is for domestic water. Copper is for domestic water. Now, you can use copper, which is DWV copper. It's a lighter grade of copper for drain, waste, and vent. I've done that thousands of times where you actually got to sweat the fittings together. That shit's a pain in the ass, and you have cast iron. I still deal with cast iron to this day. Cast iron is one of the greatest inventions this country ever allowed, because cast iron till this day is still going. I pulled out cast iron that's over 200 years old.
Nice. Yeah. Any sun exposure here, to use a tactics word, code, it's got to be painted. So going into when it comes up out of the ground right outside the house where the shutoff is, it's all painted. You paint the whole thing.
Up here with the gas lines, they had to be painted gray or yellow.
Yep.
Because they'll rust. Because we use steel, or we use. Today, for example, that CSST shit that I was bitching about in Discord about, I hate it.
See, now up here in Canada, anything that's outside of the house that can be exposed to environment, it's actually got it's either has a rubberized membrane on it, or you have to put it in a sleeve, a UV protective sleeve, and also a chemical protective sleeve.
Okay.
Yeah, we do that for summer protection for our pipes, and I'm done.
Do you know why copper for wells is really highly
frowned upon? Yes, I do know why.
I have a good
idea. Most wells have methane, and do you know what methane does to copper?
A lot.
And it also becomes poisonous, very poisonous.
Yeah, but on a well system, if you're going to you never want to use copper. I don't give a shit if you have every type of water treatment you can possibly put on it, a black light. You got your whole house filtered, and you got your brine tank, and you got your water softener with all the media in it. I don't care. Do not use copper. It will develop a pinhole.
No.
Well water is typically very acidic, and the acid that's coming out of that water will eat copper alive. I've seen a brand new house piped in copper, brand new type L copper, which is a higher grade of M copper. M is only for heating. I've been taught to use
Right.
M for heating, meaning on a boiler system when you're using M copper.
Mhm.
L was for domestic water. That's all. That's the way I've been taught. A lot of guys will disagree. Fuck them guys. I don't care. If you're gonna do L, domestic water. M is for heating. But I don't care what grade copper. Hell, you can put in K copper. K copper is thicker than L, and that shit's expensive. K copper, you can use that on a water service. I don't care if you put K copper in, and it will still deteriorate on a well.
Yeah.
For example, here in this condo, we're living on a well, but our wells are being these wells are feeding a water tower that's over here about 500 yards from the front door of the condo. And yeah, it's treated, but the amount of pinholes we get here, it's mind-boggling.
And then you got someone like me that just go that because I live off grid, I just go buy the good old cheap black stuff and use that for everything.
You mean ABS? Or are you talking about
Yeah.
poly?
ABS.
Yeah, ABS we're not allowed to use. Now that's used on the West Coast a lot. A lot of East Coast we're not allowed to use it.
Yeah, like that, like that. That's the thing for off grid. It's the ultimate.
I
It's the
had those,
ultimate.
Jimmy. But the ABS, I cannot pronounce that word to save my life. I just call it ABS. But that type of drain waste, and vent piping ABS, you'll see that a lot in Texas and California.
Well, see, everything that I have, like my PEX and that, when it's in the ground, I run it through ABS for my primary pump and that for my holding tank. That's ABS, and everything else.
Now
Like,
there is a few houses out here that have ABS, and you transition from ABS to PVC by either a Fernco or you use the type of glue. The glue you use to transfer ABS to PVC is green typically.
Yeah.
And that shit stinks. That shit will stink up a house for days.
Some kind of chemical reaction happens, huh?
Pretty much. I mean, just like any PVC glue, it's going to stink a house up. But
Yeah.
going back to cast iron, I'm only 36 years old here in 2 months, and guys that I run into are an absolute shock when I tell them that I know how to pack and pour lead joints because I've done it when I first started in the trade. Because all the old guys say you don't know how to do packing, you don't know how to pack and pour lead joints. Yeah, actually I do, dude. I've got a ladle, I got packing tools, and I've done multiple flanges. I've done plenty of joints for cast iron. There's actually a tool, they call it the lead runner, but the other term is pretty funny. They call it the pussy. And it actually looks like a pair of vagina lips, and it's a lead runner where the lead runner will run around the joint of your cast iron hub.
Well, that's one thing. Like I go to all kinds of different job sites and stuff like that, and projects that I work on. Plumbers come in, and I hate the plumbers that come in without even running a camera through the old cast iron. Run a frigging camera through the cast iron, but they always just want to rip it out. Like, well, we got to pull it all out. That's going to cost thousands. Like, did you stick a camera? If it's friggin' fine, leave it, because it's better than what you're going to put on it. Like, it just drives me crazy. All the, like, there's just too many companies out there that just want to rip out a good thing. And
now, for
you make
example,
money.
on a brand new crib that doesn't have cast iron, everything's going to be PVC.
Yeah.
My theory is a lot of guys put foam core in the ground. Foam core is still Schedule 40, but it's a lighter grade of PVC. I don't do that. If I'm putting groundworks in, meaning your sewer, your lateral, and all your other drains, all your sewer that's underneath your foundation, I'm running Schedule 40. And Schedule 40 is usually red lettering on the pipe or it's blue.
Yeah.
Usually it's red. Foam core is for above ground only when I do my stacks and when I do my vents and everything else. Now, if you want quiet stacks in your living room, in your bedrooms, transition from PVC in the ceiling, coming down the wall with cast iron, And that water, you will never hear it through that cast iron. I've done that thousands of times for homeowners bitching because they hear the water go down the wall. I put in cast iron, they don't hear it anymore. And then then you transition back to PVC.
So how do you feel about the black galvanized pipe?
Black galvanized. Galvanized usually gray. Are you talking about steel?
Yeah, I
Gas
believe
pipe.
it's steel.
Steel's for gas.
Steel's typically for gas. Now galvanized usually it's like a metallic gray.
Every time I see it, that some bitch is black.
Like
Yeah, well,
galvanized, you should never use galvanized in any kind of
don't use
home
galvanized for
application at all,
shit.
because galvanized itself, just the galvanization, is poisonous and toxic. If you weld that stuff, you can kill yourself just breathing in the fumes. The fumes.
Why do you think they got rid of lead? Because you still got lead water services out there it's a lead water service.
Like the only
I've seen
place
multiple of
galvanized
those.
belongs is on screws and fence posts. That's it.
Well, see, that's the problem, is that that's our like wastewater in this apartment complex, and it's run throughout all of it.
Talking about drain pipe, yeah. I mean, yeah, I've seen galvanized drain lines, absolutely, and you adapt onto that with the Fernco typically, unless you can unscrew the galvanized nipple out of the fitting and put a new nipple in it, then you can transition from there to PVC.
Right, and that's typically what they do, is transition it to PVC.
Yeah.
No, hell no. I know you can't run fucking water like to drink out of and bathe out of and that shit. Fuck that.
Well, I mean, they did run galvanized water lines. I take them out all the time. Back in the day, we used to use dresser couplings to adapt on to the galvanized. Now, we don't do that. Now, if we find a good joint, like a 90 or 45, we'll actually cut the nipple real close to that fitting, heat that fitting up, and unscrew the galvanized. You know, for example, if you got risers going up a wall and you got two 90s coming out the wall, so say there's two 90s there and you couldn't do anything else, I would put either dielectric unions up there or put in two brass nipples coming out those 90s and transition to copper or whatever I'm running to feed something else.
Hell yeah.
But
okay, I see what you're talking about.
But galvanized, you'll see it in older houses. Hell, in DC, dude, shit, DC's full galvanized.
You work in DC every now and again?
Not anymore. I'm only in the shithole of Baltimore.
Yeah,
that's even more of a shithole.
Yeah, a lot of people say DC ain't shit.
DC. Now, one thing I will admit. Now y'all gonna think I'm fucking crazy for saying this. And ever since I've been in this company for a year now, every time I went to DC before I came here, that goddamn truck will get broken into. And for some reason in DC, it's a big thing down there where all these morons will break into the fucking work trucks and steal all your tools. Knock on wood, it has not happened in Baltimore. And I work in downtown shithole Baltimore, and it hasn't happened once.
That's why I take my pack out with me. Like, even whenever I didn't live here at work.
Yeah, but you gotta understand something, dude. My fucking truck is full of shit.
I understand that. It sounds to me like you need more pack out.
Yeah. His tools, my tools, hell, the Pro Press, which is designed to put Pro Press fittings on the copper. That Pro Press alone is $3,000. The angle drill, all my shit, all my hand tools. When I go into a shitty part of Baltimore, what I usually do is I'll put a drop cloth in the front of the truck and cover up the radio, and my little bag that I have in the front, I'll cover up the front so they can't see inside of it. And then I'll put something over the window so they can't see it when I get out of it. And then obviously the whole truck's locked up. And I'll put the hockey puck on the back. But the fucked up thing is that the hinges to that truck are exposed. So all they got to do is take an angle grinder, cut the fucking hinges off, and they're in the back of the truck.
Well, goddamn.
It's happened multiple times in DC. Them motherfuckers got intelligent with it. They'll bring it, dude. These motherfuckers will roll around with an angle grinder and cut the hinges off the back of a fucking work truck, throw the fucking doors on the ground, clean your shit out, tell you to go fuck off, and walk down the street with your shit.
Yeah,
That is insane.
I've seen it happen.
I've seen guys cut through the side of a van, just take a grinder and cut through the wall of the van and clean them out.
Yep. I've seen
Like
it
that,
twice.
that's like that. Like the only way to secure your vehicle is to buy a goddamn Brinks truck. That's the only way to secure your vehicle nowadays. Don't buy it. Don't buy a Sprinter van. Don't buy any of that. Just go out and buy yourself an old Brinks truck from an auction. Put your tools in that.
I got a funny story about this. There's a buddy of mine. His name's Eric Redmond. It's called Redmond Plumbing. This motherfucker went on Etsy.com, and actually had someone make him a sign. It was a magnetic sign to go on the side of his truck, and it states, "Y'all already robbed me more than 10 times. There ain't shit let on the truck, so don't even try anymore." And he put that sign on that truck 4 years ago, and it has, knock on wood, it has not been broken into.
I need to address some comments real quick. Everything can't fit in a pack out. I agree with that. I truly agree with that. Squatch did mention at Pet Boys 3 years ago, somebody had left the door unlocked and magically everything was gone the next day, but also the cameras were down at the time, so there was no way to catch the people who did it. He says that he knows who did it.
The manager.
Josh
sounds
did.
like an inside job.
Josh
did hate that fucking job, dude.
Well, I'm just glad that he's actually doing crap that he likes doing that makes him happy.
Absolutely.
I think that's the fucking, yeah, dude. If you can be happy.
Like if you don't have a choice, like money's that tight and you're too scared to, and you're too scared to leave your job because money's too tight, then bite it out. But if money's not too scared and you hate your job, man, drop out and do something, find something else. That's the thing, is that's what kills us, kills everyone early. You work at a job because you don't think you can find better. Or you're scared, or you're scared about income and that. Like, that makes sense to be scared of not having income. But if you're in a point in your life where you can afford to take the risk, because
I'll be right back.
off for it in the end.
There ain't that many people that's got risk money. I got to throw that out there. I mean, Squatch, I don't want to throw all his business out there, but I will say he does it publicly, and he said it publicly before that he does own a bowling alley. I will not say which one because I don't even know the name. I'm not going to lie. I don't live in New York, so I don't know the name. But he owns a bowling alley, but I don't think he's got risks taking money. Now, if he just comments and says, "Yeah, I do," then I'll just quit. But even he owns a business, is my whole fucking point of this. He owns a whole business, and I don't think he's got risk-taking money. I know I don't. If I quit this job today, we wouldn't have an apartment next month. I wouldn't have money to make rent. You see what I'm saying? Like,
well, no, that's why that's why I said if you're in a place where you can afford to take the risk and try to find something else, but that's the other thing. You can also preemptively, before you make the change, start applying to stuff that makes you happy. Like don't limit yourself. Like, if you're not happy with your job, start actively looking for another job, sending out emails, sending out resumes and stuff like that. Finding time to go to interviews and that. Like, a lot of employers will actually do interviews on weekends. Like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of employers are fairly flexible. Like, but that's the thing. Don't ever keep yourself in a dead end position. If you're not happy, like in some cases, like I knew an old man. He was a millionaire, a multi-millionaire. He lived in a little shack behind the Salvation Army. He was happier in that little shack because he wasn't doing crap that was making him unhappy. But that's the thing. Sometimes you don't need risk money to take the risk. You just have to take the risk. But that's the thing. The risk can be just going out and looking, or like with something like you, Jimmy. You on your downtime, you could start picking up small little side things, small little side jobs and stuff like that to bring.
I
bring
do
up
here and there. I do. I just haven't picked any up due to the holiday season. I am gonna start taking up more side jobs though.
Dude,
And
side work's
none
on the way out.
of that. None of that. Another key too is always like do your hardest, do your best to secure in your life a minimum of a $5,000 credit line or a credit card, and just don't use it, don't spend it, just secure it. Just secure it. Like that's the one thing that I can't stress.
I told use them for gas.
If you have bad credit, you work on that, focus on that, because by having that credit, that's going to allow you to get yourself out of bad positions and bad situations.
Yep.
But the second you get that credit card, don't go out and spend it all. Don't touch it. Just get the credit card, put it in your wallet, and leave it there. Don't.
It only makes more purposes that you can afford to pay off.
Yeah, no. Like I think I had said it. I don't know if he heard it though. I was told only use credit cards when you first get them for gas until you have more than one credit card.
Yep.
That was the strategy that I was told. They were like, look, you're going to start out with like just a basic little card. They're going to put $100 to maybe $500 on it. Yep. From there, once you've done that for 6 months to a year, then they'll give you another one, and its limit is going to be like $1,000 to $1,500, and then it just goes up from there. And then once you have more than one card, you can use the other card to pay off the other card, and yada yada yada, to where you end up only having to pay off like the original gas that you were still paying.
You want to know something that really builds credit really easy? If you have no debt against you, if you have no debt, you just have a low credit rating because there's no activity in your credit record. When you go get a cell phone, put it on a month. Don't do pay as you go monthly plan, because your phone company reports that to the credit bureau. And so if you've had a cell phone for like 5 years on a plan,
watch, I've been reading your comments, buddy.
Plan, and you have zero debt to your name, that's going to show a very good return. Like, and that's good enough to go in and go get a small used car loan. And a used car loan makes your credit skyrocket. Like, you go out, finance a small cheap car that maybe like that you can afford, then bam, you just whacked up your credit rating just off of that. Like, that's
all right. Well, here's the question
I've learned is small car loans, they just build credit.
Well, here's a question for Sayer. Obviously, you're in a different country. Is your credit system completely different from ours, or is it similar?
It's identical.
It's the same shit.
It's the same shit.
American Express, Discover,
yeah,
Capital One, shit like that.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Interesting.
We just don't have the diner card anymore. We just don't do the diner card anymore. But no, our credit system and our financial system is pretty much identical to the U.S. because they're the same system. They were designed by the same bankers, made by the same way. There's like, I may be in a different country, but our countries on 90% of everything are identical. Like, even a lot of our laws are pretty much the same.
And you give me fucking cold weather, you prick.
That's not my fault.
That is your fault, you fucking prick.
Nope. You got no. Trump. It's all Trump's fault because he forgot to pay the heat bill. He forgot to pay the heat bill, and he decided to put all that money into deporting people. I tell you, if he decided not to deport people during the winter, he could afford the heating bill.
Heat bill.
Deport during the summer. Deport them during the summer because it's easier to find them in the summertime. They're outside in the sun. They don't like cold weather. They're hiding in the winter. So save a little bit of money.
So I just want to read a couple more comments. Apparently Shannon is rich as hell. He's got a credit score of 780.
Cletus?
Tool Squatch
Shannon's
said,
not rich. Shannon's not rich. Shannon's just worked hard to get that credit score. I know Shannon.
Tool
I know
Squatch.
Shannon personally. Shannon's not rich.
Well, he's got a damn good credit score, and he needs to get
Yep.
some fucking credit cards or something, dude. But anyway, Squatch was saying he can go make money doing bowling tournaments. And Quick Wrench said his cell phone might only get reported if you don't pay. Oh, credit score. Yeah, okay. So he doesn't see his cell phone bill, I'm guessing, on his credit score.
It doesn't show up on the credit score, but it shows up in your credit your credit history because the phone companies report it every roughly about every 4 months. They'll do a report, but it will show as a credit in your file. It will show as a credit. It doesn't show up in it all, but it's actually in your file. And as long as 0 delinquencies ever show up in your file on that phone bill, you're doing good.
Right.
Like, that's the thing, is you want to have 0 delinquencies.
Well, I hate to break it to y'all, but hell, dude, it's 11 o'clock over here. I got to get up in 6 hours, so
Yeah,
Well, go to bed.
it's 10 o'clock.
What's up,
I got to hit
Patchy?
the set. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna cut out too. Later,
but
guys.
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have a good
Call
night.
me if you want right now.
All right, I
You
will.
want to? Yeah. All right. Bye bye.
All right,
Later
bye.
on.
Peace, everybody.
Yeah, we've been on for almost 2 hours. I think it's time to call it quits, and we'll do it again later on this week. Maybe Saturday night or something.
Well, if we do it Saturday, we're gonna have to probably do it like we did last week, where I do one with Pat, because I'm not canceling that. We've already got that scheduled. Me and Pat do go live on Saturday.
What time are you going?
My time's 7, so I think you're 2 hours behind me, right? Because when
Yeah,
I said it
something
was
like that.
7, you said it was 5.
Yeah.
So you're 2 hours behind me. So we go live for about an hour, typically. And if it does run longer, I'll just join late. So if you want to start it at 8, 8:15, 8:30, something like that.
Well, that's the thing is that I might end up doing like Saturday. I might actually end up doing like an afternoon stream instead of a night stream.
That would honestly work even better.
Because
that would work out better.
I'll probably be doing stuff and making content while I'm streaming. So
You're pulling the tactics.
now I'm actually going to do stuff that actually works and makes sense.
Not just drilling 400 holes, wasting $40 of lumber.
No, and you won't see any CC crap either.
Oh God. Well, you do have off-brand shit, but you have said that the grinder is really good, and that's the main thing that I can think of off the top of my head. You said you bought a $99 grinder, not knowing if it was worth the fuck or not.
Yeah, it was low profile. It was the first generic low profile grinder I've ever seen, because like not everyone has a low profile grinder, and I wanted a low profile grinder. I didn't want to buy the Milwaukee one because that was like $600. So this one,
and it's underpowered.
I was floored by it. I'm like it outperforms almost everything. Like I've got the Bosch, I've got the Metabo, I've got all kinds of grinders. I got the Milwaukees, I've got the DeWalt.
I think the Metabo is going to be the one that I get. I think I'm just going to start buying green tools for a little while.
Well, warranty, man. It's all about for Metabo. They're more than powerful enough to do every job that anyone's ever going to need. They're more than good enough to do everything that everyone's going to need to do, but it's got a lifetime warranty.
I am going to check specs and different things like that. Like Friday, I might do like a Friday night thing before everybody goes live and all that shit. Like, cause I don't want to, like, I think I've missed the last 2 or 3 of Josh's lives due to unforeseen bullshit that I couldn't avoid. Like, I'll start them, and then either my kid might start acting up, so I miss 20, 30 minutes, and then it's just unforeseen bullshit happens. and there's nothing I can do. So I want to make this one, dude. I've missed the last few, and I missed Cap. I think he was on the last one, or am I wrong? No, the last one he didn't make. That's right.
No, he didn't make
it. Was just Josh. Yeah, it was just Josh. But anyway, man, if we ain't live, we'll go ahead. We'll kill it.
Yeah. Anyways, everyone, thank you for joining. Shannon, Dave, everyone else that was here. Thanks for joining, being part of the show, part of the stream, being part of the community. And me and Jimmy will catch you on the flip side. Keep on keeping and keep your fingers on your hand. Don't be a tactic.
Please. He didn't lose a finger, did he?
No.
Okay.
But one of these days he is. One of these days he is. Well, I'm going to play my outro and that's it. So
thank y'all, everybody, for sticking around this long. We will see y'all next time.